Hi, I'm Imran Hakim and you're watching Success TV. iTeddy started as a little bit of sibling rivalry. It actually started off as a little bit of fun between me and my younger brother. I was sitting at home debating with him what would be a great gift for my niece when she turned 1. And I thought, well, what about taking something that's been around for over 100 years, something like a teddy bear, and combining it with the kind of technology that children find all around them. Children have got digital cameras, iPods, mobile phones, and more you find this sort of technology is getting smaller and being incorporated into the sorts of toys that we were playing with when we were kids. Action Man, Barbie, this sort of thing. So I said, what about an iTeddy? You can play your cartoons, your bedtime stories, your music, you can store your photos, play games, and if you get bored, you can sell them more content from iTeddy.com. So the first thing I did was check on the internet to see what there was out there in the marketplace that was similar. And the more I looked, the more I was convinced that actually, due to the convergence of technology in cost, in size, in weight, and the fact that there wasn't something like that yet, however, similar things had been tried with more dated technology, cassettes, etc., cartridges. I thought it was a good time now to use newer technology, digital technology, to make this iTeddy. And I literally took the idea to a friend of mine who has a digital design company. And I said, I've got this idea of an iTeddy, but I don't know what it's going to look like. Can you help me knock up some visuals? So he did some design work for me. So the first thing I did was try and get my hands on every single market research report I could find to make sure that I was confident that what I thought was going to be a good idea was backed up by what the market was saying. And I was quite energized by what I found. So I decided to incorporate visuals, icons, as well as words, so children could actually, even if they couldn't read, they'd still be able to recognize what each of the icons would do and the various functions. Then I just so happened to be at a business-to-business networking event at the GMEX in Manchester, and with a friend of mine, and whilst we were there, the BBC cameras were scouting for potential victims for their Dragon's Den programme. Now, I'd seen it on TV, but I wasn't actually there to pitch my idea. And as we walked past, the girl was looking for people with ideas. Not many people had come forward, and I had a little piece of paper in my back pocket with a picture of what iTeddy could look like. And I got convinced to pitch. 3 minutes later, she said, brilliant, when you've got a prototype, why don't you come on and pitch on the Dragon's Den? And I went over to the Far East. We already do some manufacturing over there within one of our other businesses. And very quickly I got this prototype. When I brought it back, I ended up in the den. So it was quite risky as well. Thankfully for us, I got to my marker with my faculties intact and convinced Peter Jones and Theo Perfitis to actually invest in the idea. We had a little bit of haggling as well, and we negotiated. I don't think any entrepreneur worth their salt would take the first offer. Of course, we were always going to end up in a negotiation. But we got to a mutually comfortable point, and we did the deal.